Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host Chip. There he is. What is going on, Chip? Great to see you tonight. We had a great stream last night on the roundtable with Mark Phillips. Tonight, 30,000 XRP holders. Are they the catalyst to massive gains? We're going to touch on that a little bit. And is crypto a safe haven from inflation? Man, that's a lot to cover right there, just in those two bits. And I know we have a lot more to cover, Chip.
Let's get going then.
Welcome to On the Chain.
Yeah.
And on the chain. What's up, everybody? Drop where you're from in the chat, city and country. I always like to see where everybody's coming in from.
I like it. Let's
do this, Jeff. Well, it was a really nice stream last night. It was great having Mark here. I mean, man, it was always, he's one of our top guests. It's always great to have him in, and he's sharing his wealth of knowledge and experience and everything that's going around. And man, what a crazy Monday it's been so far, right?
It was solid, man.
Totally. Yeah, and I just want to remind people to like, subscribe, click that notification bell. And then every time we go live, you guys get a notification. It says, hey, Jeff and Chip are live. Come on in. And if you click below, there's another channel that Jeff and I both dropped videos for tomorrow. So there's shorter videos. I did a 12-minute video. It's just like, you get in, you get out. Top news. And
that's it. Hey, so since we do that, there's this interesting article that came out. And you know how Binance has been rolling out the Binance Smart Chain, trying to compete a little bit with what's going on over with Ethereum. And so there's this group, BEarnFi. They ended up losing $11 million in an exploit of the Binance Smart Chain. And so wondering, as these new protocols start to launch, what is the ramification? Are they always necessarily considered secure? But here you go right here. So BEarn is a cross-chain auto yield farming protocol. And this just happened on yesterday on Sunday. Look at that. A loss of $11 million, according to Chinese-based blockchain analyst firm PeckShield. But that's pretty big. You don't see those types of things happening with XRP.
You wouldn't see a company named that in the U.S., Jeff, unless you're in a different industry. But that's where the analyst firm. I was just like, it's not something you probably would see over here.
Burn fee.
Well, there's always going to be these exploits, and I saw that Coinbase is working on they're trying to get into DeFi too. They're trying to do their own little browser plugin to make it a little bit easier in the space to sort of work off of a Chrome plugin. And then you take your phone and you go ahead and click on your phone and you'll be able to authorize a transaction. So everyone's trying to get into that space because you know that little Chrome browser that got you, that little plugin that got you in trouble, Jeff. It was like by the time you're done, you had no money left and you had nothing but gas fees. Metamask is the one. So I think they're trying to ease in, kind of like getting in on that business, saying, wow, this would be great. Let's ease in on that whole thing. And what can we get in there? So
it's all good.
It's always an interesting sort of a place to come from. And
did you know that Reggie was the 37th like so far?
No, I didn't know that, but it's good to know. It's good to know. Yeah. It's good to know.
So
all I know is
so what else?
Gil Hodges Jr. over there on the Twitter says, man, laugh out loud. I love MetaMask. I'm not a fan of it too much. I'll be honest with you. It's a little bit, I mean, it's not so much MetaMask is the problem. It's just like all these fees, and the problem is you don't know what's going to happen until it's too late. That's part of the issue that I have with it.
Yeah, that's it was easy to send money over there. Once it was there, getting it off was extremely difficult. So I just decided to leave it there for right now.
See, Gil says you can't
stay.
He says you can't get into trouble, and that's damn right you can get in trouble, man. You
That's
can
right.
definitely get into some trouble. So that's one of the things that without a doubt you gotta be very careful because
Man, Edward with his XRP shirt. Nice.
good. That's awesome that he
XRP shirt.
got some
So, Chip,
merch.
yeah, what's up with the merch?
I was in a clubhouse the other day, Jeff, and it was really cool because somebody said I was in a clubhouse and they're like, "Hey, Chip, I'm super excited. My OTC merch came today," and I was like, "That is awesome." So to see some,
Awesome.
yeah, I was like completely. They just saw me and just said, "Hey, I should tell Chip that my merch came today." So that's cool. If you guys don't know, we got some cool XRP merch and different things and stickers and all that stuff. You can be part of the Moon crew right there on the chain,
Nice.
Moon Mission crew right there.
Sweet.
And of course, I got this
Pretty
gear
cool.
bag. And Jeff laughs at me, but it's like, hey man, I need stuff to put my like when I travel. I need to put my like batteries and stuff in it. I throw all
Nice.
my like cords, all my phone cords. I just throw it in there, zip it up, and you throw it in your backpack, and it's like it's all there.
All that important stuff.
Instead of wrapped around some other little thing, you can't find it. You pull it out and it like bust your cord up. It's no fun. Look at
So,
XRP Speed Boat right out of the gate, Jeff. Not even wasting
right
any
out of the
time at
gate.
all. That's why it's the Speed Boat. That's a CA5 right there. Here, get some green laser contacts eyes. I'm not doing the green eyes, man. You're not going to see Jeff and I doing the green eyes. That's not going to happen. Not going to happen. I'm not doing it. Not going to do it.
Do it.
Not going to do it. Not going to do it. No way, man. You know better, but come on, CA. You know, listen, XRP Speedboat knows better. We're not going to be doing the green eyes. We're not going to be doing red eyes, laser eyes, no eyes.
No eyes. No eyes. Not going to happen. Hey, so I want to get into the XRP, the 30,000 strong, man, because it's 30,000 strong. The key is, is it a catalyst, to bigger gains? Does that 30,000 strong that has really stepped up to the plate to tell the SEC, hey, by the way, you're not protecting us. Hey, by the way, we're here, supporting Ripple, and that that XRP is not a security. And we were talking about that a little bit last night. Mark brought that up, that, you've got this whole issue right now. And is it accurate? Is it accurate to say that the SEC is actually, fighting on behalf of the retail investors, if it's the retail investors that have now signed a petition to say SEC drop this case?
Well, I mean, it certainly speaks to the amount, 30,000 people. Sometimes you don't know how big that is, but you go into a lot of these, at least in the US, you go into where they play hockey, and it's like 24, they hold 24,000. If you're in there and everyone's in there, you're like, wow, that's a lot of people that said, hey, you're supposed to be watching out for me. You weren't watching out for me, and you went out and started like litigating and suing and doing all this stuff. So 30,000 is a pretty solid number.
It's a big number. So you've got 30,000 on the petition. You have another 16,000 plus that have joined the John Deaton led lawsuit as the attorney on behalf of crypto XRP investors. So you've got this massive number that's really standing up to the SEC and saying, well, wait a minute. And this has really never happened before, because the SEC normally comes after a company and says, hey, you did something wrong. You wronged the investors. You've wronged this. You've wronged that. You're in breach. We're selling an unregistered security. Here's your fine. And let's go about our day. Now it's different. And I think that needs to be extra, focus, needs extra focus. You need to highlight it, only because it's something unique. And hopefully what we think about the petitions, that sometimes they just kind of, just wait for people to voice their opinion, never get seen by anyone. But in this scenario, hopefully it actually has an impact. What are your thoughts?
Also, it's delivered to Gensler too. So I like that. A lot of times, you're right, Jeff. Like a lot of times there's these, it's like, yeah, everyone feel good about signing it. So I signed it, and it's like, well, what happened? I don't know. We all signed it. What, did anything positive come out? This was delivered, I believe, today, if I'm not mistaken, to Gensler. you know, and it's basically saying, hey, stop this madness right now. Remember that lady in the 90s? She's like, stop the madness. She was some like workout guru freak. And she had like weird hair. And she's like, stop the madness. Listen, enough is enough. You get to a point of where you say, like, you know, okay, yeah, okay. I understand you guys dug yourselves a hole and you went into it. Because sometimes you go into these things, you don't know how to get out of them. You're like, and then you keep embarrassing yourself in front of the judge, and the judge keeps slapping you down, and you keep sliding further and further. But then you get caught up in the winning. You know, I think John Deaton was saying that one time when he was on here, saying like you get so caught up in the winning. And I know a lot about this, Jeff, because when eBay first rolled around, I got super excited. You know, the whole idea of like bidding on something online got really exciting. And I'll never forget this. This is like around I want to say like 98 or 99. Somehow I started bidding on a sake set. It was like it was a sake set. And it was up to like $23. Now you could probably go buy one for $20 somewhere back then. It was like 20 some years ago. And I was bidding on it, and I got super excited about bidding against somebody. And then I go, oh wow. And then I was looking at the pictures, and one of them, the picture part with the little sake, the little things was chipped. And I was like, I don't care. I'm going to win. You know, it's like I got so caught up in wanting to win it that I realized I don't even need this, and I don't even want it. But it's like sometimes you get caught up in I gotta win. I gotta win.
But there's a psychology behind it, just like the FOMO and the FUD. There's psychology, and when you look at auctions, it's really interesting because I ran an eBay store for a while, and we sold all sorts of things in this eBay store. And our theory, if you did your research right on the product, you already knew what the estimate sale price was going to be, because if you were selling, this clip, and this clip sold for $100 on eBay, and that meant that the majority of them sold anywhere between $80 to $125. The average about 100. You could list your product at 99 cents, and it's going to sell for $100. The lower you list it, the more bidding frenzy that you could create, the higher your price went up. You let it go for 7 days, started at $9. You could set it at $9.99, 99 cents, didn't matter. It was irrelevant. It could be $100,000 item. Nobody is going to get that item if it's a high in demand item. And that's the psychology of it. And we see that psychology at play in a lot of the things that's happening in the crypto space.
Good point. We got organic FUD right here. Fiat plus XRP equals CBDC. Thank you for that organic FUD. Fiat plus XRP equals CBDC. Fiat. Hang on a second, Joe. I gotta work this out in my brain. I gotta figure this out. Fiat plus XRP equals CBDC, or is it just XRP L equals minting CBDCs?
Or something it could be the digital representation of fiat across the XRPL is how money gets moved.
It could be that too. Yeah, it could be that. Could be a bunch of that. Yeah, I could see something like that. Right there. Ooh, XRP all the way.
Ice cream man's driving by. I gotta go.
Oh, when that guy comes down our street, man, you should see the kids. They go nuts. They start like chasing that damn thing. I figured one of the kids is gonna get taken out one of these days. And it's like everyone's so worried about like predators and stuff. And you're like, do we really know anything about the guy in the ice cream truck? Decentralization is freedom right there. That's what we know a lot about, decentralization, which I talk about in my new video.
We know that too.
That dropped tomorrow. So,
and then we know that too.
I'm not sure XRP, but I think it's magic. Yeah, especially we know it on shirts too, And yeah, I wore my XRP shirt last week into the wild. My my Star Wars themed one right here, which I keep
into
here.
The wild, huh?
In the wild, Jeff, because you want people looked at it like they get a second take, because I think they were thinking they're going to see the Star Wars, and no, they didn't. They saw that right there.
Nice.
SEC Wars, baby. You see that?
Yeah, I see that.
And it is crooked, like it is Sweet. Like it's got that little Ripple Strikes Back in the SEC
like
Wars. Yeah, it's got that little slant to it, buddy.
XRP Panic got it right. My eBay store was selling lemons. Now he knows the secret. He knows the secret how we got started with the lemon tree.
The secret of the lemon tree. The
Awesome.
SEC has never been intended to protect anyone or anything. Its only objective has been to destroy XRP, XRP holders, and Ripple. The SEC is horribly misguided and needs to end this travesty. Right on, Apex Crypto.
Who's he
Yeah, well,
quoting?
I think he's just like hammering him. I just think he's just, bringing it home. Maybe the SEC does not consider XRP investors as investors, and that we could actually be hurt. Maybe the SEC only is trying to protect Ripple company investors. Well, I don't know. There's not that many Ripple companies. We kind of count them on our hand. I mean, there's only a handful, of early investors and people that own stock in Ripple. I mean, it's not a public company, so they only get involved when it's public. So there's been a lot of stir up about Coinbase relisting XRP. I've seen this everywhere, but I haven't seen any official confirmation. Have you seen the official confirmation? I keep hearing about it, like, we're relisting it in 30 days. I'm like, well, where? No, I mean,
no confirmation on it, but we do know that Celsius is talking about, remember Alex Mashinsky, I think he said in June. Did he say in June? They were going to start
early July. Yeah, early July. Going to bring XRP back.
They're going to bring XRP, and XRP is there. It's not like it's not, but they'll start paying interest on it.
Well, you won't get paid in XRP. The whole idea is you get paid in a different token of your choosing. Their attorneys basically told them that they didn't want them, if for some reason it was security, they wouldn't want to be paying you in double trouble right there, right? You park it over there, then you're lending it out, and then on top of it, you're giving them, tokens as a reward. So you can get it in anything else. So they're going to do somewhat of a swap on that, and I think that's pretty cool. That's going to be pretty cool for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's really, really good. So, all right. So as we go through that, how about inflation? Is that a good place to talk about?
No, Jeff, inflation doesn't exist. You've been listening to the news again, and you've been listening to something, but yeah, they're like, they're calling it a crunch. It's a crunch, Jeff. There's not anything really happening there. Look at XRP Sweden coming in strong again. Last time we didn't need Coinbase, not now either. You're right about that.
Don't need it.
You know who really doesn't need them? New Yorkers. I think they're going to be done with them after that. After that stunt they pulled with the fine print and New Yorkers thinking they were actually going to get dropped the Spark token. That was kind of dirty, Jeff. That was pretty dirty. I didn't like that. I thought it was underhanded. And it was like you had to go search for it instead of like, if I'm from New York, you should blast it on my screen saying, hey, you're from New York. You're not going to take part of this. And I'm not blaming Coinbase, but I'm not for the regulation is New York, but they do have to be able to communicate that effectively to the customer. And you had to go look at the official list, and it was like some little point, 6-point type.
Yeah, and considering that you had your choice at that point, you could have put your asset anewhere. You could put it in maybe an Uphold. I don't know. I mean, New York is such a difficult place. I wonder if Uphold would. That's
a good point. I don't think they can buy. They can buy an Uphold. It's
so they can't buy an Uphold. Yeah, they're so difficult in New York, and we've talked about this a lot. That the court over there, they seem to have a lot of power over securities in New York. Obviously. The financial district, you got all that great stuff going on over there, but their courts just have an absurd amount of power over what happens. And maybe it's too much, considering, look at what's going on. They're penalizing people all over the US. You can get your airdrop. New York, you can't get the airdrop.
No. And I was talking to an attorney that I work with up in New York in the Southern District, works cases federally. He just gave me like an earful today. He was just on a rant. He was like, the court's here and blah, 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 and I can't take it. He was just going off. And I was just laughing. I loved it. I was like, yeah, no, we know a little bit about it. It's just it's a mess. And he said, when I was saying about crypto, I was saying like, hey, he goes, my friends are all mad because you can't buy it, you can't do anything with it, you can't. And then he was saying some of his friends were like leaving New York and moving to Florida. I'm like, no, we have no more room for you. Don't come down here anymore. We're done.
That's funny. Check out Jackie. She was saying they could have claimed it on their ledger. That would have been a perfect place to put it. If you had a ledger, you could have definitely set that up. Well, and so that's what 416 is saying, the same thing. But imagine if Flare does and they probably won't do this, but imagine if they look, retrospectively and they say, were you holding on Coinbase at that time? Can you show a snapshot of your holdings of XRP on Coinbase, those in New York? But then it gets into the whole legal aspect of what goes on in New York.
That's part of
because then you could say, hey, if you could move it, so I'm sure there's a lot more going on over there. But XRP Speed Boat said XRP daily account creation from 500 per day 2 years ago to 7,000 per day. That's real magic right there.
Magic. It's magic. You can do anything. It's magic, Jeff.
It is magic. That's a lot of wallet.
Yeah, it's one of those magic
XRP a piece, man.
It's one of those magic type things. And I mean, you know what's funny is that some of the coins you start hearing an awful lot about, XRP has been remarkable with the volume, given all that's been going down, right? The volume's been pretty steady. And some of these other coins have been up and down. And like this latest hit too, where like Bitcoin dipped last night, it was like $42,000. And I was like, it's totally getting wrecked. But you know what the smart people are doing? Smart money? Buying. That's what they're doing. They're buying, they're
loading up.
The sailors, they're Michael Saylors of the world. They're loading up. They're like, let's go for this. What the hell? We'll take it on.
That's right.
Andrew Handelsman, thank you for that, Andrew. He says, did you check out John's reply to the SEC opposition? Yeah, I saw that earlier, and it was in our things to talk about today. I didn't have a chance to read it because I was running around. But yeah, I did see, I didn't actually read the reply, but I know that he filed it today, and that's all I saw. I saw him retweet something from his crypto law site, but thanks for that. We probably should take a look and unpack that a little bit and take a closer look for that. Thank you. Appreciate that, Andrew.
That's a great idea. Real good idea.
Look who's speaking of magic. Look who we have here.
Tony
Fisk.
Up?
What is he doing?
Tony Fisk.
What's Tony doing up? My good gosh, what's going on?
Waiting for his hoodie. Hey, so check it out. So 20 wallets, put XRP at $1.50 by at 20 XRP a wallet. It's $30 put into reserve to open up your wallet to do nothing. That's $30. So if we go by the numbers that we just saw, right? So then you have 7,000. If 7,000 wallets have been created daily, according to XRP Speed Boat, was that daily? Yeah. So if you have 7,000 a day, man, that's $210,000 in XRP every single day that's just being put to the side that you can't access. 210,000. Is that feasible, man?
They're going to switch it out, though, at some point. I think they're going to put it up for a vote on the validators. They're probably going to figure that out sooner rather than later. But, Jeff, I wonder if it's an appropriate time now. I think since we're into this a little bit, I saw probably the funniest thing that I've seen in a long time. And I have to warn you guys, it does have some language in it. But if you guys know who Dave Portnoy is, he's he calls himself El Presidente of Barstool Sports. And he's a little on the nutty side, which I like him because he's another guy that just full tilt, man, doesn't have any filters, just does what he wants. And so he put a video out today, and I'll just give you the sort of like the preamble here. He says, my S-Coin announcement, invest at your own risk. I have no idea how this works. And I like somebody that can be honest about that, Jeff. It's like he doesn't have a clue, but whoever put this video together just put some serious time into it. And I'm gonna let's take a look at this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and play the vid here. Let me load up the video file. Let's see if this one. Let's see. Yeah, let's play that.
Load it up.
Load it up. Let's sit there and play this puppy. Okay, here we go, guys. Let me put the audio up. Let me make sure. Let me add it to the stream.
Okay,
you guys hear that okay?
There you go. Yeah. Nice.
Okay, here we go.
Emergency press conference. As people know, I am the Baron of Bitcoin. I will never sell my Bitcoin. I will never waver in Bitcoin. I don't care what Elon Musk says. I am sticking with Bitcoin. But the events of the last couple days and weeks have made me think. I have to get involved in something beyond Bitcoin. I see what Elon does. He's pulling levers. So one day Doge is good, next is bad, Bitcoin good, Bitcoin bad. It's time for me to choose a side. And I've done that. And here we go. Doge, ass, Litecoin, Safemoon, Sheba, Doge. The new
Okay, so guys, so in the chat right there are your selections right there,
That's
right?
awesome.
You've got the Doge, the Ass, the Litecoin, the Safemoon, the Sheba, and the what was the last one there? That's the
Hoge.
Hoge.
I
That's
don't know. I
Hoge.
don't know what Hoge is.
Hoge
But
is like
it's
dog.
Hoge.
That looks Hoge is the
It's
opposite of
Doge,
Doge.
but it's Hoge.
Hoge, right?
Hoagie.
So okay,
Hoagie.
guys. So there's 6 choices right there. I want you guys to place your bets right now. Let's see what he's gonna do. He will choose something, and if you've already seen it, then that's cool. But let's see what he does here. What's he gonna go with? The graphics on this are great, Jeff.
New breed of shitcoins. And I'm going to pick one, and I'm going to become the leader.
You see this, Jeff?
The leader.
He picks one, he becomes the self-appointed leader. Jeff, we're gonna pick one tomorrow. You and I will become the leaders. Take me to your leaders and be like, hey, it'll be us. We'll be like, hey, it's Chip and Jeff. What's up? Wait, you guys are the leaders? Hell yeah. This is great. He's gonna be third leader.
Already purchased $40,000 of the coin that I will declare my allegiance to. I've told everybody at Barstool, hey, this is my coin. I will not sell in the near future. I will stick with it. I will do it. I will ride it either to the stratosphere or hell on earth. So here we go. Dave Portnoy, founder of Barstool Sports, founder of TDTG Global.
Founder, Jeff. Did you know that? He's a founder.
He's a founder, and now he's going to be a backer.
founder.
Let's see what he's going to back.
He's about to throw his allegiances to one and one only shitcoin for the foreseeable future. Is it Litecoin? Safemoon? Sheba Inu. This is a new one. It's a cute little dog to get Doge. Hoge, which I think is also sort of a Barstool coin that I don't know is real. Ass. Caleb Presley, I think, invented this. Doge, do I partner with Elon and be the 1-2 punch that you see in the superhero movie that you can't break? Who's it gonna be?
It's awesome.
The answer is Safemoon. Safemoon is now in the Dave Portnoy business and vice versa. Why? I don't know fucking why. It could be a Ponzi scheme. I like the word moon because that's where I want to go. So I'm buying Safemoon. I also like how if any fuckers sell it out there, you get a 10% penalty and it disperses 5%. Everyone Ponzi. It's early. If it is a Ponzi, get in on the ground floor. To the moon, safely we go. Make my eyes blue. Make them blue. That's the new thing. I already have blue eyes. I want lasers. Safemoon, get in now. Maybe moon safe. God. There it is. I don't know what you're doing. Invest responsibly. Blah, 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 blah. Safemoon.
That guy is a nut. He's so funny.
That might be one of the best videos I've seen in some time, man. It was really fantastic. And I don't know, maybe some people like me. Some people like him, some people don't. What does Matt Morrow say? Matt says, hey guys and all, I'm the leader of my world, proud owner of XRP. Nice. Good morning from Australia. Oh, I've never heard that. I usually hear g'day. G'day, mate. Seating with Mrs. Morrow. Hello, Mrs. Morrow. Does Mrs. Morrow have a first name?
The show. Nice.
Mrs. Morrow. My gosh, we have Matt and Mrs. Morrow, man. Matt Morrow.
Mr. and Mrs. Matt Morrow.
Matt and Maddie Morrow. I don't know what her name is. It could be Maddie. Who knows?
It'd be Maddie.
Or maybe it's like Jeanette. It's Matt and Jeanette Morrow. I don't know who it is. I'm sure Matt will let us know. Thank you for that, Matt. It's like, have you ever heard an Aussie say good morning from America? I don't think they're allowed to say that. I think it has to be the good day. Good day, mate.
Good day. Good day.
Good day. Good day. Yeah.
Good day.
Oh, right. That's awesome, man.
Right.
Good day. So that was good. I mean, I don't know what you guys thought about that. I thought it was pretty funny. I like when he says, I don't know. It could be a Ponzi scheme if it is get on the ground floor. I put 40 grand into it. That to me, man, it's
too much. Look at Doug says, someone tell me what the F is Safemoon.
Well, that's a good point. I got to tell you, their marketing group is fantastic. I go look at their Twitter feed every day because their marketing, I wish that Ripple had marketing like this. You guys have got to look at their feed. They do these little animations and GIFs and contests. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe it is a Ponzi scheme. I mean, who knows? But it's fantastic to watch. And it is a really good name. It's like Safemoon. He likes the word moon. I like the word moon. We all like the moon, right?
Yeah. But I like Rob McDermott is saying, you know, Dave's made his millions already, so I guess this is all a joke to him. And that's kind of what, you know, I'm almost getting out of this whole, you know, the battle with the billionaires, the billionaire battles, you know, like with, you know, Elon Musk, you know, throwing out all this stuff. And it's almost like, you know, they're not taking it 100% seriously, even though they're throwing out serious money. You know, but this is kind of, you know, he's clowning around on the space, kind of making light of it. Who knows whether or not he's investing or not. But maybe he doesn't understand the space, you know, I don't know. But it's kind of a humorous way of looking at all of it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's funny, right? And it's a pretty good joke. That's all I really care about. I'm like, it doesn't have to be, you know, you don't have to always save the world. It doesn't have to be the perfect thing. It's just funny. I mean, you know, like, and the honesty in there is what makes it so funny. Is like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. So it could be a Ponzi scheme, and if it is, you know what they say about Ponzi schemes: get on the ground floor, get your money, and get out. And that's the most of the thing with these meme coins. I know a lot of people, they sniff them out. First 3 days, they pump a bunch of money into it. They ride it up 5,000%, and they're out. They're in and out like in 2 weeks. And a lot of times, just like anything, we don't know when to get out. People are like, just hold it a little bit longer, and then it does a nosedive, and then guess what? You're out. You are out.
Yeah. I'll tell you who knows when to get out.
Wie einst Lily Marlin. Wie einst Lily Marlin.
Marlin, Lily Marlin. That's awesome. Sir John loves when we play that. He's like, oh God, I'll never live that down. Please don't let me live that down.
That's what happens when you post it on Twitter.
So Portnoy just posted something about Safemoon Army, Safemoon. He's got people dancing in front of a moon.
Nice.
Oh man. El Presidente.
Presidente.
Oh, you have to love it, man.
Presidente.
Oh, that song's like
It's good stuff.
Wow, Jeff, it's like just kind of mesmerized.
Here's what I was looking for this. So
please, Jeff.
Trying to find this article, and I didn't have it open, but I gotta. So we know that the founders of Sheba gave Vitalik $8 billion worth of Sheba. Now, I guess he's a co-founder of it. I didn't somehow I missed the co-founder part. Is he not a co-founder, or is just somehow?
He put out a statement that all these meme coins were given it to him, and he decided to go help COVID in India. And he put out a statement that said, do not tag me, do not give me coins, not give me a wallet unless you get my consent. He didn't have his consent, so he donated all to charity.
Yeah, so here's the question. So he burned 6.74 billion. Burned it. He put it into a wallet that you can't access. So a couple questions. So they gifted something to him that he didn't want, right? So he gets this gift of a value of $8 billion. His Ethereum holdings are worth 1.5 billion. So they're like, here's $8 billion in our asset that I guess he could hold, and I don't know, he could do something with it. But instead he decides, like you said, he was going to give it away, but in the process of giving it away and regifting it, he burns the majority of it. So instead of saying, hey, all these guys over in India, they need help, here's $8 billion worth of sheep, you know, maybe it would work, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. I'm sure it would tank the market completely if they tried to sell it all. So he burns it, burns 410 trillion, worth more than 6.7 billion. I mean, it's not even like it's real money at this point. But here's the question. So he was gifted it, maybe against his will, puts it into a wallet that's now burned because no one has access to it, regifts, you know, another maybe $1 billion over to India. Who's liable for the taxes?
I don't really know about that. I mean, how are there taxes if there's no monetary value that anybody can actually determine or get to, right? So I mean, how are there going to be any taxes involved?
Well, there was, when he was gifted, it had a monetary value of $8 billion to $5 billion.
Yeah, but what if someone gives you $5 billion and they put it in a building and then they blow it up, so it doesn't exist anymore, right?
But it existed
Or
when you
does
got
it?
it.
I don't know about that.
Right,
Jeff.
exactly.
I think
But
that's
I'm looking at it. I'm like, what in the world's going on? Which I'm sure he said, hey, this isn't mine. I don't want it. I'm going to get rid of it, because he knows he can't get rid of enough of it to pay the tax liability.
That's a problem, yeah.
Right. So I'm wondering, based on the legal aspect, because if he tried to dump it to pay the tax, it's going to tank the price. So he was kind of he was stuck. And so that's what he did. That's what I'm assuming. I'm just kind of thinking through, but I kept thinking about that.
Jeff, you and your taxes,
Sucks.
man. I don't want to think about taxes,
Sucks.
to be honest with you.
I don't either.
I quite honestly don't want to think about that.
Sometimes you have to, though.
Yeah, I know, but that's my CPA.
It's a bug over here.
My CPA thinks about stuff like that. So this is also an interesting prospect here, right? So we have, let's say, I probably will freeze, but that's okay. Got to do it. So this NFT Fi, right? This is a marketplace for NFT collateralized loans, Jeff. That's what could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
So you can put your NFT assets up as collateral for a loan. So you get so you bought the Beeple for, whatever it was, $60-some million. And you're like, hey man, I want to take out a loan on that for 30 million. And then all of a sudden, the market crashes and then you're wiped out. You don't have your NFT anymore. You're out the money. You're done. So this is kind of what they're, you use your NFTs as collateral, and which is pretty good, Jeff, because you could draw like a stick figure, or you could draw it with your mouth, or have a horse painted on the wall, and then somebody will buy that NFT for $1 million. Now it's worth $1 million. It's not really worth anything. And like I've said, the best thing about NFTs, it's the #1 money laundering tool known to mankind. Someone draws one of these little fish and you go, oh, that fish right there, this, not the green one, but the pink one here, that pink one right there is worth about $360 million, right? So then you launder the money. So someone buys for $360 million and gives it to somebody, then they sell it for $390 million. See how that works? It's a great money laundering tool. And no one's, yeah. So this is what they have
under
here.
that. Where's the SEC on this one?
Well, this is, so I'm looking at this right here. And if you look at their stats for wrapped ether on the currency stuff here, look at this: CryptoKitties, 244 ETH. You got Autoglyphs, you got CryptoPunks, which is the one we're probably most familiar with. Yeah, CryptoVoxels and all this stuff. So here's your biggest loans. The biggest loan going right now is 40 ETH. And if you do the math on that, Jeff, what does that come out to be? Someone probably can do it really fast in the chat, depending on what 40 ETH is going for. I know it dipped a little bit. What's it at?
A lot.
Jeff says a lot. I was looking more for a dollar figure on that, but Jeff says it's a lot. So I'm going to take his word for it. Jeff says a lot.
Trusty calculator. What was the question?
Well, there's 40.65 ETH at today's market price. How much does that equate? That's the biggest loan going right now.
40 ETH total?
Yeah, 40 ETH. So multiply that by 40.
120,000.
120K.
Is it 3,600 right now? I don't even know. Let me open up the Gecko.
So Luis says it's 120,000. We got Serdon says it's worth.
ETH is at 33.76 right now.
XRP Sweden at $1.20.
I'll tell you what.
So,
you know what's up? XRP is up. That's what's up.
Look, Ani says she agrees with you, Jeff. She's also said a lot. I know she's laughing at you. That's what she's doing. Anywho's I thought, okay, this is I don't know. I guess it's an interesting sort of I guess it's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, because what's gonna happen is I guess if you run into some trouble and you're you have all these NFTs, it's you're running some money problems. You're like, what do I do? Well, probably sell them, but start collateralizing stuff. And then that doesn't end well, because now you're going to become a potential victim to the marketplace. But I thought, man, every facet of this industry they can think of, they think of it. You got to give them credit for ingenuity.
That's right. Check
Really
out the speedboat. XRP Speed Boat. Don't forget to pack your cold wallet. Don't forget to pack your cold wallet in the bug out bag when you know what happens. When the fan,
crap hits the fan.
Make sure you have a backup cold wallet with all your stuff and you're good to go. But check this out. It's always good to look at this from time to time, especially when we're here streaming live. When you see XRP at $1.52, up 8.7% in the past 7 days, Bitcoin down 19%, Ethereum down 15%, BNB down 17%, BNB with their own problems with the IRS. You've got Cardano up 26%, Doge is up 11 at 50 cents. Man, and then check this one out here. You got the Stellar, it's down, but it's at 65 cents. Yesterday it was at 73 cents. Right there on Stellar, man. Stellar holding strong. And then you see the ETC is sub 100 right now. That's got to come back up. That hit. Here's another one I like looking at. $1.74 on Polygon. That was like 70.
No, that was
77 cents. Not that.
That was like 240. Well, I think that was 240 yesterday. No, not Matic. What was 240? Something was like 230 or 240.
XRP maybe.
No, I know. It wasn't XRP. Look at Sheba's there though, dude. Sheba's there. Shiba Inu.
Top. Well, look at all those billions it's got.
There's a lot of zeros
in the market cap.
There's a lot of zeros in that Sheba, and right now you can buy it pretty inexpensively. So I don't know. Will it bounce back? Who knows?
I don't know. Maybe it bounces down. Maybe it bounces back. Maybe who knows what'll happen to it. And there's your Safemoon. Negative 17%.
I have 6 million of those little baths. It's worth nothing. It's like you can go out to dinner and spend more money than that. Can you imagine buying 1 million and spending almost no money? And who knows? Maybe it gets to 0.002. You make a lot of money. You don't even have to get to a penny. So
here's another one right
here.
Or
two zeros.
Yeah, here's another one. Another solid project. The H bar. Check this one out. 29 cents. It's been kind of between 27 and 31, 32, 33. Yes. It's been hovering. XDC is another one that got up to 14 cents a couple of weeks ago, and now it's hovering right around 7 cents. So it's completely half, lost 50% of its value in a very short period of time. But these are solid projects too. When you look at the overall and the number of big institutions that are somehow intertwined with Hedera Hashgraph. And even when you look at, Zinfin, you see a lot of movement over there. And then, Celsius, number 58 on the market cap. Check it out at $7. But it's always hovering in that high 5 to 7 range lately. Now there's a lot, and you can go into this forever and just keep looking through it. And there's that Helium. Helium is an interesting project.
I like it.
And we're actually going to have somebody from Helium here with us next week on the chain. I believe on the 25th. We're trying to firm up the date. We're going to have somebody from Helium here to talk about some of their new project that's rolling out. So that's going to be really, really cool.
Yeah, pretty excited about that. And Helium is a good project. So the miner stuff, the stuff that they're doing around that is pretty incredible. And of course, Jeff and I know some people in the space that are mining and doing incredibly well with it, earning a couple $1,000s a month all the way on up. And if you guys, it's all public. You can go on the Public Explorer and you can just type in an area. You can see, there's somebody not too far away from my house that's making something like $8,000 a month just for setting a little thing in their window. That's it. $8,000 a month. It's not bad. Not a bad gig if you can get it. The miners only cost a couple $100, $400, $500, $600. The problem is you can't get one for 8 months, 12 months. They're so back ordered right now. There's another brand you can buy that's about 12 weeks back ordered. So you got to wait 3 months for those puppies. What are you laughing at?
Oh, there's a XRP SuperGar with the support. But I saw this one here. Copperfight said you guys should inhale some balloons on that day. Bringing the Helium. Says when it says, oh wait,
that's actually a good idea, man. Hang on.
Project or not, but that's not what I was looking at real quick. Someone else, does their voice sound like Mickey Mouse?
You know what? That would be like one of those things that would either go over spectacularly or like a fart in church, Jeff. It would be like, it's fantastic or it's like the dumbest thing you've ever done. And sometimes you don't know how to time those jokes. And sometimes when I'm doing a business presentation,
Outside of dumb, right?
you know, sometimes you'll toss a joke out there. You're always trying to learn your crowd a little bit, see if they're going to bite for something. You're doing it very serious. And then all of a sudden you throw that out there and sometimes it lands well. And other times it's just like crickets. And you're like, okay, this is a tough crowd, man.
Hey, Chip, we got to talk about this because Shemank says he's saying that Gary taking over as SEC chair is good for all crypto. And, you know, I want to
prove it.
You know, I want to talk to you about that a little bit. You know, he said,
I'm here, Jeff. Let's do
Gary
it.
Gensler's is dead. So
well, that's awesome because we're gonna go nuts on him. Pull him in the room. You know,
now he's Jimmy Gensler.
Well, that's fine.
So Gensler, Chip. I mean, he comes in. The guy was at the MIT. He's teaching, you know, lecturing on the digital assets, on crypto, and now the guy comes in as chair. Does he really have what it takes, you know, to bring regulatory clarity? I'm talking about here we have a lawsuit that's you know, kind of falling. And these guys are tripping all over themselves at the SEC. Now Gensler comes in, and what is this guy actually going to do? You know, that makes him so pro crypto that he's going to be good for the crypto space. I mean, I honestly, I don't see that part of it. You know, I just see right off the bat the biggest case in crypto history, and nothing. I mean, not that he can make a statement about it. Maybe we'll see when he makes a statement later, but he has no impact whatsoever on the case right now, you know, unless he can tell them, hey, settle, let's get out of this thing. We got to, you know, save our dignity and move on. What do you think?
Well, with all that's going on in the SEC right now, why is he so low profile? The last time I remember seeing him was when Warren Davidson was saying, let me read something that you said, Mr. Gensler. You said this, right? And he's like, my course is available online for free. You know, it's like, they're like, okay, but great. I might take it one of these days. Although, you know, I don't know if I'm going to, but I did watch some of that course and there was some like stuff he was talking about. And I was like, what? It was just like, it wasn't all 100% making sense, but I don't know. It was just like a little segment there. And I was just like, that's not, I don't think so. Whatever it was. But Jeff, he's been like, you come into this gig with one of the largest landmark cases going on. I mean, you looked at Howey when they were deciding the Howey test at the Supreme Court. Yeah, I mean, it was an orange grove and they secured, but it became this landmark case that we keep referring back to for the last 80 years. Now, Gensler comes in. He's like Ghost. You can't find him anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's not appearing on panels. You know, he's taking softball questions. Hester Pyrus or Pierce or Pice or whatever her name is. She's never working in an official capacity. Do we know if Gary Gensler's working in an official capacity? I don't know if he is.
Well, that's the one thing, and I wish I could bring that back up when they made the perfect statement that the SEC basically, you know, they can put out. It's almost like they're just passing opinion, you know, and it's not going to be legally binding, their statement, because their only way of doing anything is by bringing somebody to court and letting each party, the SEC and the other party, have their day in court, and that's it. Other than that, they have to create or provide some sort of direction to companies based on the laws that are on the books. So if there's a lack of regulatory clarity, it's not the SEC that's supposed to be there writing the laws anyways, you know? And so I think that's where we have, you know, here's why I agree with Lottie Dottie is that Gensler's being, I don't know if he's being diplomatic. I would take that part out, but, you know, he's going to have to let Congress take the lead. You know, I don't think that he can do it, number one, and I don't think he's the right guy to do it. You know, otherwise we would have seen something coming out.
You want to know who the right guy is?
Yeah.
Come on, man, Berserker.
Yes, exactly. That's who I
Berserker.
put everything in. I want Berserker to handle that one. So Darren Rick says, what does this mean? There are only 30,000 XRP holders to this day. There are
No.
30,000 XRP holders that signed the petition that's going to be presented to the SEC. And so that's the question, whether or not they are the catalyst to bring about many, many things in the space. Berserker, Gensler's, what is that?
Gargantuan gatekeeper grin. I have to tell you, the best thing that's going on about Gary Gensler right now is the Gary Gensler Twitter account, the parody account. I think it's a parody account because I'm like, I don't know. I mean, the guy's not on Twitter. You can't talk to him. I mean, he's not on social media. He's supposed to be a guy that understands crypto, and you can't find him anywhere, Jeff. But this is it right here. So he changed his name to Gary Gensler, but it says add Gary Gensler, fixing chairs in the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission. New to the social parody world, so go easy on me. So, you know, when he first got into it, I thought it was pretty funny because nobody really knew it was a parody account. Here we discuss Bitcoin and the need to protect investors. The need to protect investors. And yeah, he was really doing a good job of protecting. Unstable fixings and tweets can cause havoc across the whole market. We need to consider sound regulation for new asset classes. You know, it's like, so it pays to say, and in connection with the first of two enforcement actions, the SEC awarded. You saw that thing where they gave $27 million to whistlemakers, he said, but they're whistleblowers.
That kind of backfired, didn't it?
It seems like it did. It's like, so now they're like shaking down people. So if you're in Ohio, Jeff, they will give you $1 million. They're going to pick 5 people who got the jab, and they're going to give you $5 million. You have a chance to win that. And then over in New York, they're bribing you with French fries. Like, you can get some French fries. I'm like, dude, it's going to take a lot more than French fries. Now, if I was to sell a kidney, I'd want something in return. Now, if you said $1 million XRP, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to consider it. But French fries, dude, for something that's experimental and something when it would void my health, my life insurance, no.
French fries. French fries are
not
good.
French fries. No, I'm talking about getting the I'm not gonna get that jab. The jab they call it.
What's that?
Jabs used to be like a left hook, like you jab. That was what a jab used to be called.
It's because they can't call it what they want to call it. Because it isn't what they want to call it.
Yeah, well, that's what we can't call it either because
Yes, it isn't.
YouTube and stuff.
But
French
fries.
YouTube and stuff. But I do have a funny meme that I wanted to pull up. Hopefully I can pull it up without, because I feel like I'm going to be freezing soon. I'm getting a little jittery over here, Jeff. And my browser's going nutto. Let me try to see if I can pull this puppy up. Where is it? Oh, here it is. This was a good one. Here we go. Come on, open up. And I'm not frozen yet. Good. All right, let me share my screen. Shares the screen.
Come on.
Sorry, man. It's just
so slow.
This was a good one, Jeff. Funny.
There we go. That's funny.
Little clown show there. Thought it was funny anyway.
That's really funny. So I want to give Connie a quick shout out there, but hey, we have 462 people on the stream right now. If you're brand new to On the Chain, make sure you guys give a thumbs up, but more importantly, hit that subscribe button, or as importantly, hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell notification. You guys know what that does, but it notifies you every time we go live. And you can check out the other channel because we do post regular content on the other channel, short form 10-minute videos. There's one dropping tomorrow morning. And Lottie Dottie here, he said regulation is coming, going to hit hard, but I think exponential growth will be seen in the asset class. This is the 4th industrial revolution once regulations are passed to the moon.
Those are some very wise words there, Lottie Dottie. I got to say, and it's going to open up. And it's not just going to be XRP. It's going to be a whole bunch of things. You're just going to go parabolic. But XRP, you're going to have calls from people you haven't heard from in years. Like if you make the mistake of like broadcasting this right now on Facebook, like a personal Facebook page, and then people are like, Chip, hey, what's up, man? So you're into crypto, right? I'm like, yeah, awesome. You know, it's like, they're like, can you tell me about it? Look at Rob McDermott says here. Rob says, thank you for that, Rob. He says, another great show. Thanks, guys. 101 in the books. Well, let's give a little clarity around that, Jeff. So maybe it wasn't clear last night. You know, maybe we misspoke a little bit, but we've been doing the show for over a year. Jeff and I have been doing this show. Again, it's the slowest growing show on YouTube. We own that. You can't take it from us because we own it. And we started the podcast version, which is like if you go to Spotify or, you know, Google, what is it called? I don't know what the Google one's called, but yeah, the Google one and the Apple one, you know, the Apple, if you go Apple Podcasts and whatever where you listen to podcasts. We started that on January 1st. And last night was our 100th episode of the podcast. The show has hundreds of episodes. So just to be clear on that, that's the podcast version of it. It's growing really nicely. Thanks to you guys. A lot of you guys have subscribed. But if you want to take on the chain with you, you don't always catch us live. Or, you know, if you're, you know, it's like 3 a.m. where you live or early in the morning, you don't have a chance. Just look us up on that, because as soon as we conclude this show, boom, it gets uploaded as a podcast and it's available instantly everywhere. And that way you can just listen to it, and you can speed it up and slow it down and fast forward and all that kind of stuff. It's got really great controls on it. They all do. They all have really good controls. So that's just to be clear. But thank you for that, Rob. Really appreciate that. 100 episodes in the can. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's over 3 months straight.
So with that, no, that's awesome. Appreciate everybody being here with us tonight. Tomorrow is another night because we do stream 6 days a week, Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, and also too, I'm dropping a video tomorrow morning, so click on that link below. It's on the chain. This is on the chain live, but check it out, guys. About a 12-minute video there, but check it out. Let me know what your comments are. And that's all I know, Jeff.
That's it.
Getting a little slow here, Jeff.
That's it. All right. We'll check you guys out tomorrow night.
See you on the next one.
Out of here.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.